Good morning everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the respiration. We already discussed about the respiration. Respiration is a catabolic process in which breakdown of carbohydrates, proteins into carbon dioxide and water with the revelation of the energy. This is known as respiration. It is a overall reaction in which the glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water, in which 686 kilocalories are released. It requires the carbohydrates to break down. Here, this respiration is of two types. One is aerobic respiration, another one is the anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is the respiration in which oxygen is utilized, whereas the anaerobic respiration is the respiration in which oxygen is not utilized. And this aerobic respiration occurs in all the higher plants and animals, whereas the anaerobic respiration it will occurs in microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi and some endoparasites. So aerobic respiration, glucose is completely oxidized, whereas in anaerobic respiration, glucose is partially oxidized. So here see the differences between the aerobic and anaerobic respirations. The end product in the aerobic respiration is carbon dioxide and water, whereas the end product in the anaerobic respiration is the ethyl alcohol. So, or ethyl alcohol or lactic acid. This is in the fermentation process. Here in aerobic respiration, the complete oxidation of one molecule of glucose yields 38 ATP molecules. Whereas in the anaerobic respiration, the partial oxidation of one molecule of glucose yields only 2 molecules. So, total 40 molecules, in which in aerobic is 38 ATP is released, whereas in the anaerobic respiration 2 ATP are released. In this process, aerobic respiration occurs in both cytoplasm and mitochondrial matrix, whereas this anaerobic respiration occurs only in the cytoplasm. So this is about the differences between the aerobic and anaerobic respirations. So let us, in the aerobic respiration there are 4 processes occurs, in which first one is the glycolysis, second one is the pyruvic acid oxidation, third one is the Krebs cycle, fourth one is the electron transport system. So let us discuss about the glycolysis process. So here glycolysis is a process in which glucose is broken down into two molecules of pyruvic acid. Glycos means glucose, lysis means breakdown, that is splitting. So this was first of all emphasized by Emden, Meyerhoff and Parnas. Hence this pathway is known as EMP pathway. This is also known as dihexose pathway. Here glycolysis, there are about 10 enzymes catalyzed these glucose broken down into pyruvic acid in the production of ATP. In this oxidation process, one molecule of glucose is partially oxidized to 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So this is occurs in cytosol of the cell, that is cytoplasm of the cell. It is an unique pathway in which the glycolysis occurs both aerobically and anaerobically. So in anaerobic pathway, ethyl alcohol is the final product, whereas in the aerobic pathway, in the glucose destruction, 2 molecules of pyruvate is formed. So hence in this, the broken down of glucose or any other protein molecules, this is a catabolic process. let us discuss about the glycolysis. In this, 10 reactions occur, in which first one is the phosphorylation reaction. Here, glucose is phosphorylated to glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of hexokinase. Here, the phosphate which is released from the ATP, this was taken by the glucose molecule and formed into glucose 6-phosphate. Hence, here ADP is formed from ATP. So, first reaction is glucose plus ATP gives rise to glucose 6-phosphate plus ADP in the presence of hexokinase. This reaction is known as phosphorylation, in which glucose is taken the phosphate molecule from the ATP and formed into glucose 6-phosphate. That is the first reaction. In the second reaction, glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to fructose 6-phosphate here in the presence of phosphohexoisomerase. Here, it is an isomerization reaction in which glucose and fructose are the isomers. Here, this aldol glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to ketose fructose 6-phosphate in the presence of phosphohexose isomerase. This is the second reaction. So, here glucose and fructose are the isomers. Whereas in the third reaction, fructose 6-phosphate, by taking a phosphate molecule from the ATP, it will be converted into fructose 1,6-diphosphate in the presence of phosphofructokinase. Here, fructose 6-phosphate plus ATP gives rise to fructose 1,6-diphosphate plus ADP. Here also the phosphorylation reaction takes place. So, the phosphate molecule which is released from the ATP taken by the fructose 6-phosphate, here hence fructose 1,6-biphosphate, that is 2 phosphates, 1 phosphate is added from the ATP. So, hence fructose 1,6-biphosphate or diphosphate is formed. In this reaction, ATP is converted into ADP. Here, whenever the ATP is formed or utilized, kinase is the enzyme participated to catalyze that reaction. So, here phosphate 6 molecules plus ATP in the presence of phosphofructokinase to form fructose 1,6-biphosphate plus ADP. This is the phosphorylation reaction. Next, fructose 1,6-diphosphate in the presence of aldolase, it will be converted into 3 plus 3, that is DHAP and GAP. Here 6 molecules, 6 carbon molecules broken down into 3 molecules of dihydroxyacetone molecule and 3 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So, here both the DHAP and GAP consist of 3 carbon compounds in the presence of an aldolase. So, here the cleavage of fructose 6-phosphate, fructose 1,6-biphosphate takes place and DHAP and GAP are formed. This is the cleavage reaction. Next reaction is the isomerization reaction, in which DHAP and GAP are the similar isomers, in which these reaction was catalyzed by phosphotriose isomerase. Hence, this reaction is known as isomerization reaction. See here, there are 2 arrow marks represent the isomerization reaction, in which DHAP is converted into GAP or GAP is converted into DHAP. Both reactions, irreversible reaction takes place here. Hence, this reaction is known as isomerization reaction. Next, this GAP is again converted into 1,3-diphosphoglycerate in the form of phosphate dehydrogenase. Here, both the oxidation and phosphorylation reactions takes place, in which NAD is reduced to NADH2. Hence, the GAP, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, is converted into 1,3-diphosphoglycerate. Next is the dephosphorylation reaction. So this is also known as substrate level oxidation, in which substrate level phosphorylation, in which the phosphate which is liberated out, that is dephosphorylation takes place, in which 1,3-biphosphoglyceric acid is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate. Here one phosphate molecule is removed and it is added to ADP and it will be converted into ATP. So here ATP molecules are formed in the presence of an enzyme phosphoglyceric kinase. Hence 1,3-diphosphoglycerate plus ADP gives rise to 3-phosphoglyceric acid plus ATP in the presence of phosphoglyceric kinase. Next, 3-phosphoglycerate is converted into 2-phosphoglycerate. So here only intramolecular shift takes place. So 3 is converted into 2 only. Both are same. So here a mutase is participated to catalyze this reaction. Hence this enzyme is the phosphoglyceromutase. So 3-phosphoglycerate is intermolecularly shifted to 2-phosphoglycerate in the presence of phosphoglyceromutase. This is the next reaction. 2-phosphoglycerate by the liberation of water molecule, that is here dehydration takes place. So 2 molecules of 2-phosphoglycerate dehydrated to phosphoenolpyruvic acid, in which an enzyme is participated, that is known as enolase. So H2O is liberated out. This is the dehydration reaction. Again dephosphorylation reaction takes place, in which phosphoenolpyruvate is finally converted into pyruvic molecule, that is pyruvic acid, in the presence of pyruvate kinase. Here also the phosphate which is liberated from the ADP is liberated out. So that is the dephosphorylation, and the substrate level phosphorylation occurs here. So from the phosphoenolpyruvate, the phosphate molecule is liberated out, which is taken by the ADP and converted into ATP. So from the GAP, 2 ATP are formed in one side. From the DHAP, 2 molecules are formed from the another side. In both the sides, 2 plus 2, 4. Finally, 4 ATP molecules are formed, in which in the upper side, 2 ATP molecules are utilized. Hence, finally, the final product is the only the 2 molecules of ATP are formed in the partial oxidation of the glucose into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So this is a catabolic process. In this 2 phases are required, in which one phase is the preparatory phase and another one is the payoff phase. Here first phase is the upper phase is the preparatory phase and another one is the payoff the phase. Preparatory phase means here 6 molecules of glucose is phosphorylated by ATP to yield fructose 1,6-biphosphate. In this fructose 1,6-biphosphate is split into 2 molecules of 3-carbon GAP, that is glyceraldehyde phosphate, or DHAP. Here 6 molecules, that is 6 carbon compound is split into 3 carbon compounds, that is GAP and DHAP. So this is the preparatory phase, in which the cleavage of hexose molecule takes place. So here in this cleavage, 2 ATP molecules activate the glucose molecule and cleaved into 3 carbon compounds. Hence here 2 ATP molecules are utilized in the preparatory phase, whereas in the second phase So final, see here the diagram, the glucose is split into two molecules of DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and GAP, that is glyceraldehyde phosphate. Here 6 is split into 3 plus 3, that is the preparatory pathway in which ATP is utilized in the oxidation of the glucose. Next, in the payoff phase. Payoff phase consists of rest of the 5 reactions in which the ATP molecules during the conversion of GAP into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, here 4 molecules of ADP are phosphorylated to ATP, in which out of the 4 ATP molecules, 2 are utilized in the preparatory pathway, whereas the rest of the 2 are only the final products in the oxidation of the glucose into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So this is the payoff phase. So here in the glycolysis, the destruction or broken down of glucose molecules or partial oxidation of the glucose molecules into 2 molecules pyruvic acid phase takes place, in which the final product is the 2 ATP. So in this, let us discuss about the stepwise explanation of the glycolysis. First one is the phosphorylation. I already told about that glucose is phosphorylated by ATP to form glucose 6-phosphate. This is the first reaction. So here see, glucose plus ATP gives rise to glucose 6-phosphate plus ADP. Second is the isomerization reaction, in which the glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to fructose 6-phosphate. Here the glucose is the aldose glucose 6-phosphate, whereas the fructose is the ketose 6-phosphate, which is isomerized. Hence this is catalyzed by phosphoglucoisomerase. In the third reaction, again phosphorylation occurs, in which it is an irreversible reaction. Fructose 6-phosphate, by taking a phosphate molecule from the ATP, it is converted into fructose 1,6-biphosphate plus ADP in the presence of phosphofructokinase. This is the third step. In the fourth step, the fructose 6-phosphate, which is broken down into DHAP and GAP in the presence of triose phosphate isomerase. Here first one is the cleavage reaction, second one is the isomerization reaction. Hence this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is isomerized to dihydroxyacetone phosphate. So it is oxidized form in which triose phosphate isomerase is participated to catalyze this reaction to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and DHAP. In the sixth step, 2 molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is oxidized. Here glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase catalyzes this conversion of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate into 1,3-biphosphoglycerate. This is the sixth step. In this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, in the presence of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase, it is reduced to 1,3-biphosphoglycerate. Here NADP is reduced to NADPH. This is the seventh reaction. Next, in the seventh step, here in this reaction, the H3PO4 minus, which is present in the cytol, is utilized in the phosphorylation reaction. In this step, the transfer of high energy phosphate group, that was in the generation of ADP from ATP. In this phosphorylation, ADP is formed into ATP in the substrate level phosphorylation. This is known as dephosphorylation, in which the final product is the 3-phosphoglycerate. So 1,3-biphosphoglycerate is undergoing substrate level phosphorylation to form 3-phosphoglycerate. So here ADP is converted into ATP. So from the biphosphoglycerate, one phosphate molecule is liberated out, that is dephosphorylated to form 3-phosphoglycerate, that is the dephosphorylation reaction. In the 8th step, this 3-phosphoglycerate is undergoing intramolecular shift to form 2-phosphoglycerate. So the remaining phosphoester linkage in 3-phosphoglycerate is moved from the carbon 3 to carbon 2 because of the relatively low free energy of hydrolysis to form 2-phosphoglycerate. So in the presence of an enzyme phosphoglycerate mutase. Next, in the 9th reaction, it is a dehydration process in which water molecule is liberated out. So 2-phosphoglycerate is dehydrated into enol, that is phosphoenol pyruvic acid in the presence of an enzyme enolase. This is a reversible reaction. So here see the reaction 2-phosphoglycerate is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate by the liberation of one water molecule in the presence of an enzyme enolase. This is the dehydration process. The last step is the transfer of phosphate from the phosphoenol pyruvic to ADP. The last step is the irreversible transfer of high energy phosphoryl group from phosphoenol pyruvate to ADP. So this is a dephosphorylation reaction in which the enzyme is catalyzed by pyruvate kinase. So this is the second substrate level phosphorylation in the glycolysis, which yields ATP. This is the non-oxidative phosphorylation reaction. So see the reaction phosphoenol pyruvate by giving the phosphate, it will be formed into pyruvate which is catalyzed by pyruvate kinase. Here ADP is converted into ATP. This is the second substrate level phosphorylation. So overall in the balance sheet of the glycolysis, when we observe in this, glucose is oxidized to pyruvic acid and NAD is reduced to NADPH and ADP is phosphorylated to ATP. So here overall reaction 4 molecules of ATP is formed in which 2 molecules are utilized in the upper preparatory pathway and final the product is the 2 molecules are formed. So the net we get the 2 molecules of ATP during the glycolysis process. So this is about the glycolysis in which the glucose is partially oxidized to form 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. The net is the 2 molecules of ATP are formed in this glycolysis form. So this is about the glycolysis. Thank you very much. Next class we shall discuss about the Krebs cycle. Thank you very much.